This is huge. Amazon is in hot water, facing accusations from California's Attorney General Rob Bonta, who says the e-commerce giant pushed vendors to inflate prices at major competitors like Target and Walmart. We're talking about alleged behind-the-scenes dealings with brands like Levi's and Hands, all detailed in a newly unredacted court filing. Could this mean higher prices for you?
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
But the Amazon story doesn't end there. We're heading deep into the Amazon rainforest to meet three incredible indigenous women leading the charge for conservation. Through channel YouTube's Amazonia Indigenous Women's Fellowship, Judith Nunta-Gimmeries is protecting ancestral lands, Zoila Ochoa is reviving a near-extinct language, and Gabriela Loiza-Seri is bringing back vanishing native potatoes. These women are the true guardians of a vital ecosystem. And speaking of Amazon's digital footprint, they're also facing a class action lawsuit over bricking, older Fire TV sticks, devices that were popular back in the Chromecast era. Users are claiming that Amazon's decision to end software updates has left their devices unusable, forcing them to buy new ones. We've got the details on this fight and how it compares to Google's support for its own streaming devices. Finally, are you an Amazon shopper? You need to hear about the common mistakes that could be costing you. We're diving into cautionary tales like Melissa Corbin's experience with a disastrous dress order and the psychological traps that can lead to overspending. Learn how to shop smarter and avoid these pitfalls. Stay tuned for all the breaking details, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. In a stunning development out of California, newly unredacted court filings reveal explosive allegations that Amazon has been orchestrating a scheme to inflate prices at rival retailers like Target and Walmart. The lawsuit, initially filed in 2022 by California Attorney General Rob Bonta, claims the e-commerce giant stifled competition by leveraging its vendors to raise prices on widely recognized brands such as Levi's, Hands, and Newell Brands. These allegations, largely supported by email communications, paint a picture of Amazon actively monitoring competitors' pricing, using vendors as intermediaries to increase prices elsewhere, and then matching those newly heightened rates. The filings detail instances where Amazon allegedly suppressed listings or seeded buy boxes, and even saw vendors temporarily remove inventory from competitors until Amazon's desired price hikes were achieved. In one particularly striking example, Amazon alerted Levi's to lower prices on Walmart's website, with Levi's subsequently confirming they had partnered with Walmart to immediately increase the price of a specific khaki style, citing it as a test for the best interest of the marketplace. Similarly, Hands reportedly reached out to both Target and Walmart to increase prices after being alerted by Amazon to lower prices on their platforms. Home furnishings vendor Linon allegedly agreed to remove inventory from a competitor to permanently resolve a pricing issue. Newell Brands, facing disruption risks for a product on Amazon, received an agreement from Amazon to temporarily seed the buy box to allow Walmart and Target time to raise their prices, which Amazon would then match. The filings also suggest Amazon trained employees to obscure evidence of these price-fixing efforts, advising against using email for specific pricing discussions. Attorney General Bonta is seeking a preliminary injunction to halt Amazon's alleged conduct, while the company maintains its case is weak and that it consistently offers the lowest prices. The hearing for the preliminary injunction is scheduled for July 23, with the trial set for January. In the heart of the Peruvian Amazon, a powerful wave of indigenous women is leading the charge for conservation, culture, and community resilience. Channel YouTube's Amazonia Indigenous Women's Fellowship is spotlighting the extraordinary efforts of women like Judith Nunta-Gimmeries, Zoila Ochoa, and Gabriela Loiza-Seri, whose work is vital to the survival of the rainforest and its ancient traditions. These fellows are not just environmentalists. They are seed keepers, language bearers, and intergenerational trackers of the Amazon's health. Judith Nunta-Gimmeries, a leader of the Shipibo Canibo people, exemplifies maternal dedication to the forest, building a program from the ground up to train women in monitoring ancestral territories against threats like illegal mining and narco-trafficking. Her message is clear. Unity and collective care are paramount to protecting their lands. Meanwhile, Zoila Ochoa is undertaking a critical mission to revive the nearly extinct Muruibu language. Facing the trauma of past oppressions that silenced native tongues, Ochoa has successfully taught the language to over 30 community members, aiming to revitalize other aspects of their ancestral culture. In Cusco, Gabriela Loizaseri is safeguarding a different cultural lifeline, the vanishing ancestral potato. Working with 8 women and adhering to traditional Machigenga farming techniques, her group, under the brand Kipatsi, now produces and sells snacks and flour, strengthening the indigenous economy while preserving invaluable biodiversity. These 3 women, and many others like them, are at the forefront of protecting the Amazon, ensuring that the unique ways of life that sustain it endure for generations to come. Their dedication underscores the crucial role of indigenous women in safeguarding our planet's most precious ecosystems. Amazon is facing a class action lawsuit alleging it bricked early generations of its Fire TV sticks, devices released around the same time as Google's original Chromecasts. The lawsuit, reported by the New York Post, claims that failing software rendered these 2014 and 2016 models inoperable, forcing users to purchase replacements. This comes as Amazon has officially ended software updates for these specific devices, with support ceasing in 2022 and 2023. Notably, the lawsuit highlights Amazon's previous lack of a defined update timeline for older hardware, a policy they are now addressing for newer models like the Fire TV Stick HD, which is guaranteed, at least, 4 years of updates after its discontinuation. Amazon has launched a comprehensive support page detailing software update commitments for its current Fire TV lineup. In comparison, Google's first-generation Chromecast, launched in 2013, saw its software support end in 2023, while its second-generation model remains supported 11 years after its release. Shoppers navigating the vast digital aisles of Amazon are increasingly falling prey to deceptive listings and impulse buying, a growing concern highlighted by consumer advocacy groups. Melissa Corbin, a freelance writer from Tennessee, recently experienced this firsthand when a cocktail dress ordered from Amazon for a prestigious event in Italy arrived as a tube of sheer polyester yuck, a far cry from its online advertisement. The vendor refused a full refund, offering only a 10% discount and suggesting Corbin regift the item to reduce its shipping footprint back to China. Fortunately, Corbin recovered her funds through a credit card dispute, but her experience serves as a stark warning about the bait-and-switch tactics prevalent on the platform. Kevin Brassler, executive editor of Consumer's Checkbook, explains that many Amazon listings are now advertisements, making it difficult for consumers to identify genuinely high-quality or well-rated products. With older adults, particularly Gen X and baby boomers, making up a significant portion of Amazon's customer base, understanding these pitfalls is crucial. Experts caution against the endless scrolling that can lead to overspending and regret, especially when shoppers are feeling anxious. The advice is to create a strict shopping list, akin to grocery shopping, and resist the urge to turn purchases into spontaneous sprees. Furthermore, researchers emphasize the impact of hunger on decision-making, suggesting that shopping on an empty stomach can impair judgment and lead to poor choices, making even expensive items appear more appealing.